Gather your ingredients and let's get started. Place 1 stick of butter-flavored Crisco in your bowl, plus 1 cup of sugar. Snap the beaters into your mixer and mix well. Using a rubber spatula, scrape the dough from the sides to the middle of the bowl and mix again. Add 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of milk. And mix these ingredients real well. Add 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And mix these ingredients well. Using your rubber spatula, scrape the dough back to the center of the bowl. Add 2 cups of flour by adding 1 cup at a time and mixing well between each cup. Remember to use your rubber spatula to scrape the dough back to the center of the bowl after each cup of flour is added and mixed well. At this point, you can remove the beaters from the mixer and clean the dough from the beaters. For the final 1/2 cup of flour, add this by mixing as best as you can with a spoon and finish by kneading the dough by hand. The dough should be soft and not crumbly. You should be able to squeeze and roll it in your hands like Play-Doh. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and place in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Sometimes for me, it's the next day before I can make the cookies, so don't worry if you leave it in there a little longer than the hour. On a clean counter, spread a little flour. Working with a small portion of the dough, roll it into a ball and then gently press down to flatten it. Put a little bit of flour on your rolling pin and with slight pressure roll the dough out until it is about 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch thick. Don't press down hard on the rolling pin. Allow the weight of the rolling pin and some gentle pressure from you to roll the dough flat. Changing angles with the rolling pin helps to make the dough an even height. Using clean cookie cutters, press straight down and lifting straight up. Using a spatula, gently lift the cut cookies onto a cookie sheet. Decorate cookies with your favorite sprinkles, and then bake in an oven at 350 degrees for 8 minutes. Always check the first batch of cookies and adjust your baking time in case your oven bakes at a higher temperature. Leftover dough scraps can be used with the next batch of cookies you roll out and cut. I work with one cookie sheet at a time. While one is baking, I'm rolling, cutting, and decorating cookies for the other tray. Once cookies are done, cool for a few minutes, and then move them from the tray to paper towels to cool completely. Don't overbake the cookies unless you like crispy cookies. This recipe will produce a soft cookie unless you bake them longer.